My name is Grace Rukwanzi. I've been studying at Chambogo University. I joined in 2022 to 2024. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in business administration, accounting option. And by God's grace, I graduated on 10th December 2024. I hail from Kabale district in Fort Portal City, along Kasese Road, and a child of God. By child of God, I mean I grew up in church. And in church, I met friends. And those friends include Bishop Robert Muhira. He has been the foundation to all this. Even when I'm here now, it's because of his guidance, because of his support. Without him, I really don't know where I would have been, because he got me at that time where I really needed him. And indeed, he has supported through the church. They have really supported people in education. Then my parents and my other people. As I've told you, from church, I have a lot of people. The Treasurer General is my mentor, Father Thaddeus. And then there is Father Msana from Caritas. He's the one who paid for my school fees in Senior 1 and Senior 2, and then Senior 3 and Senior 4. So at least I'm having people behind me. Very many people. Of course, the government, I can't forget, because without them, uni would be a bone. At first, I had some ups and downs, especially during the secondary lifetime, because I did not know what I was doing, or should I say, I didn't have that motivation to school. Because my Senior 1 to Senior 4, I did join a rural school because it is one of the schools at Lake George extreme end in Kitagwenda district. And so from there, I joined again another school in the same district called Bulyansungu Secondary School. It's at the border of Ibanda and Kitagwenda. But at least for there, I now had 3 subjects. That's mathematics, entrepreneurship, and geography. That time really shaped me, for it showed me what I really wanted. And I can tell you, I topped the district. I got 18 in that combination, and I got a scholarship at the university. My secondary life journey indeed was a tough one, because being in a place very far from home, imagine I'm from Fort Portal, but I'm studying from Kitagwenda. You can know that distance that's there. No visitation from any people from home. You know, the communication is cut. So I'm there for me and my own. You can imagine, to a youth of that age, of that time, it's really hard. I always have this thing, I need to change home. I have a vision that I need to be the one to break that momentum that's home. But that's a private story for another time. But my motivation was my mother, my sister, my brother. I should be the one. I should at least do something to come away from this, because it's indeed poverty that takes us the other side, because traditional schools are there. People are attaining good education. People are happy wherever they are. But us who are in rural schools, I can tell you, if you've not been in one, you cannot tell what's there. But it's focus, determination, and knowing what you want. You see, sometimes you do not have choice to do some things, but it's because of the environment you're in and the society and the finances that will predict where you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to do. When I completed my primary 7, I really didn't have much, because I was from paying the 50,000 because I was in a UPE school, and then now secondary time, we all need traditional schools. Who doesn't want to be at St. Mary's Chitende? Who doesn't want to be at St. Mary Goretti Girls? It's a girls' school in Fort Portal. But I passed all those schools because of nature. We didn't have the money to support my education at that time. But along the way, I got people who supported me, and they indeed gave me hope to resurrect in my education, because I was dying there. I really didn't like school from 2015 to 2018. I didn't. After I got my government scholarship, what I needed to do, or what was required of me, was to study. That's all that I needed to do, because accommodation was catered for, food was provided, because the government does that. Even though their money comes in late, but as school, the university puts up service providers whom cannot pressurize us to pay. Meaning, all I needed to do was go to school, study Monday, Friday, be on time to class, do what I'm supposed to do, then get back home. When I reached campus, I got 10 friends. I can say the 10 were my motivation, though until we kept dropping, but later I met my 4 friends. And indeed, I should call them at that time, they became my academic friends, they became my parents, they became my pillar, they became everything. Those ladies and the males, indeed, were the turning point, because we are from different levels, different regions, and different mindsets. Some were rich, others were humble. But from that, they showed that connection, that indeed you can make it even when you're like here. So my friends indeed shaped my journey at university.
Were you sharing the same course with them?
Yes, but some no, because to your surprise, I used to study even some subjects from different courses. Why? Because of these people. I had friends in procurement, I had friends in those doing accounting and finance, and then my course, business administration. So we all brought in knowledge because we have different lecturers. So they would bring what they get from the other side, we would also bring from this side. So it was something that was a combination of knowledge. I think during my vacation, I thought of which course I'm supposed to do. That is in case I do not get a scholarship. But at the back of my mind, I knew I had not passed, because that time exams indeed were really hard apart from math. Geography didn't go well for me. So I was like, I think I'm going to go for education. Maybe I'll teach math. Then I was like, I do a business course. So during that time of filling in the job forms, I remember the first choice I made was BCom at Makerere University, and the second one was bachelor's in science of accounting finance. Then the third was now the course I have, business administration. But at the back of my mind, I wanted something that has math in it, something that has business in it, because I believe in self-employment, though not all of us are in that call. So on my choice of the course, after realizing the combination I had done, I had options. I had at least a variety, but different courses with different money. So you choose a course basing on how you're going to finance it. If you run for a science course, it's expensive, because my fourth option was doing quantity surveying at Makerere, but the moment I saw its tuition fee, I gave up. I was like, I won't manage the science courses due to the history I had behind me. So I forwarded my job, knowing that at least I'll do a business course. It was not that maybe government gave it to me. It's because when I was debating with myself, I saw I needed to do that. At first, I wasn't really that high, like being very excited, because I was used. From my year one, I have never declined. I've been going higher. because my worst mark on my transcript is 72, and that's a B. So when in my year 1 first semester I got a 4.68 GPA, I felt like, wow, I have a first class. But now the next semester I was like, can I also try to get like a 5, because you can get 5s in year 1 since the courses are base and the lecturers at least are somehow lenient. So I was like, how about I go for a 5? And indeed I got 4.85 in my second semester by failing. Yes, I can call it failing, I'm sorry, because to my transcript, that was my only failure. I got a 72. I felt bad because I feel like I was getting used to A's, because most of my result was A in second semester. Now when I reached in year 2, I got AA with a B plus in a certain paper. I got a 79. I felt like, why wouldn't they add me the 1? But at the end of the day, it didn't work for the 1, so I didn't get it. But since that time, I didn't go back. I actually told these ladies that, you know what? Every minute in our breathing, it has to be discussing. Every minute in our sleep, it has to be discussing. We cut out most of the social parts. We now went to books. We started even joining these other different classes. You would find us go for a certain course which was hard, like POM, project management. We go to procurement course to study because we thought their lecturer was giving them the better notes. We go there. Since then, I've been scoring 5. Up to my year 3, I have been getting 5. So once I topped the list when the books came out, I was like, wow. Because when I see a 4.9 and I see a 5, I feel I have scored. So I wasn't really that much excited. But I got excited when my friends moved with me on the red carpet. Because I had all of them, the way we study, all those people you saw in the newspaper, anywhere, they all have first class. But because we really enjoyed it that day, we felt it that day. Yeah, that is when I felt really excited and happy, because I was going there. I was the lady. I was the person in the headlines. So I think that's why the excitement caught me. But previously, no. For now, I'm trying to create a base for my future career. I am doing CPA. I'm now completing my level 1. Although I did some 2 papers last year, so I'm going to complete it this year, God willing. And then I want to be an academician somewhere, somehow. I feel I need to share the knowledge. I feel like I should keep on studying until maybe PhD, somewhere like that. Though people are discouraging me, but I know. How wish there. But you never know. I might also be a professional accountant because I'm taking the course. I'm having indeed 3 things, but I'm yet to choose. Because sometimes you can do both, because if you're gifted, God can pave way in a way that you can be a lecturer this side, as well as you are an auditor or accountant this side. So between the auditing and the accounting, I want to choose one. But for now, I'm doing accounting. And then later, when I get the funds, I'll go for my master's and then at least come back to academia.